Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're breaking down exactly how investing in a dash cam literally pays for itself. We'll look at how it protects your finances, improves driving habits, and acts as your ultimate indisputable eyewitness. You know, every driver wants peace of mind out on the road, right? Well, today, we're diving into the hard data to show you why this compact little piece of tech is arguably the absolute smartest investment you can make for your vehicle. Let's just jump right into the roadmap for exploring this return on investment. We're going to cover 1. The ultimate road eyewitness, 2. Coaching teens and fleets, 3. Navigating insurance and costs, and finally, number 4, choosing the right camera. All right, starting off with section 1, the ultimate road eyewitness. So we're looking at a massive problem on the roads right now, and the sheer scale of it is just staggering. 576 million pounds. According to the Association of British Insurers, they detected 51,700 motor fraud claims worth exactly that amount in the year 2024 alone. I mean, crash-for-cash scams are costing the insurance industry hundreds of millions, which, you guessed it, inevitably pushes up premiums for all of us. When an accident happens, if you don't have an eyewitness, it's really just your word against a potential fraudster's. Which brings us to a crucial point. Whether you're an Uber driver who needs an interior cabin view for passenger disputes, or you're just parked at the local grocery store, this hardware actively shields you from costly false allegations. Just think about these scenarios. Staged crash-for-cash accidents, instantly thwarted by video evidence. Hit and runs while you're parked. Modern dashcams actually have motion sensors and a 24/7 parking mode, so they basically act like a personal security guard for your car. They also capture undeniable evidence against aggressive road rage and harassment. So they don't just record a drive, they really provide this constant security bubble around your physical and financial well-being. Moving on to section 2, coaching teens and fleets. Okay, so instead of relying on, vague accusations about how someone is driving, parents and fleet managers can actually use a concrete drive score. This is a really brilliant metric generated by dashcam companion apps, like Nexar, for example, that tracks speed, braking, and specific driving events. The whole goal here is to monitor aggregate driving trends over time. Like, one bad score because you hit stop-and-go traffic doesn't mean a teen is suddenly driving dangerously. But a consistent downward trend over, say, 30 trips, that gives you objective data to step in and identify real risks before an accident actually happens. Now, when you're introducing this kind of tech to a newly licensed teenager, it really all comes down to framing. It's the classic surveillance versus protection debate. If you're constantly criticizing them and insisting on an interior-facing cabin camera, well, that feels like heavy-handed surveillance, right? But if you frame the camera as protection, not surveillance, by having database conversations and relying purely on a front-facing camera to protect them if they get hit by a dishonest driver, that builds vital trust. It establishes a real safety net for them while still introducing that much-needed accountability for a young driver. And this whole concept scales up massively for businesses. For commercial delivery services, a dashcam equipped with an advanced driver assistance system, or ADAS, instantly flags those exact risky behaviors in real time. We are talking about harsh braking, sudden acceleration, lane drifting, rolling stops, speeding, tailgating, you name it. The camera system can even give audio feedback right there in the cabin. That allows managers to actively train their drivers, incentivize safe habits with rewards, and radically improve overall fleet safety. It's a total game changer. All right, let's look at the financials in Section 3, Navigating Insurance and Costs. Now, there is a massive vulnerability for fleets out on the highways. Did you know that in accidents involving a commercial truck and a passenger vehicle, the passenger car is actually at fault a staggering 80% of the time? Because everyday passenger cars cause the vast majority of these crashes, commercial drivers absolutely need video evidence so they can rapidly exonerate themselves. Without it, a fleet could easily end up paying massive liability claims for someone else's catastrophic mistake, which is just crazy. But hey, what about the everyday commuter? Do dashcams actually reduce car insurance premiums? It's the ultimate what's in it for me question, right? And the answer has a very direct, lasting impact on your wallet. So let's dive into this massive financial upside. Yes, they absolutely do. Not only do some providers offer upfront direct discounts ranging from 10 to 15%, and sometimes even up to 30% if you go through specialist insurers, but there is an even bigger hidden saving here. Proving you aren't at fault in an accident perfectly preserves your no-claims bonus. And protecting that bonus over several years, that can be worth up to 75% off your premium. So literally, a single exoneration captured on video pays for the camera many times over. Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, choosing the right camera. So the really crucial point here is matching the tech to the driver. If you're a budget-conscious driver or maybe a parent outfitting a teen's car, a front-only camera is perfect. Those run a highly affordable 50 to 150 pounds. Now, if you want full coverage, especially against rear-end shunts, which actually make up about a quarter of all accidents, a front and rear setup will run you about 80 to 250 pounds. And if you're an Uber, Lyft, or taxi driver, you essentially require a 3-channel setup to record the interior cabin for your own safety, which typically costs between 150 and 350 pounds or more. Whichever model you end up going with, to get the absolute most out of your investment, you want to ensure your device has these specific baseline features. First, make sure you get 4K or at least 1080p high resolution, so license plates are actually legible on playback. You're also going to need night vision capabilities and parking mode surveillance to catch those annoying grocery store hit and runs. Make sure it has loop recording too, so you never have to manually clear memory space. And finally, GPS functionality paired with cloud backup is absolutely essential. That way your critical location data and footage are saved instantly, even if the camera itself gets completely destroyed in a crash. The good news is, installation is no longer a barrier because the tech has become incredibly accessible. You basically have 3 main paths here. You can easily do it yourself via your car's 12V plug, totally for free. If you want a cleaner look, you can pay a small fee of around 25 to 70 pounds to have it professionally fitted at a store like Halford's. Or, for maximum convenience, you can actually hire a mobile auto electrician for 50 to 100 pounds to come right to your driveway and hardwire it directly to your vehicle's fuse box. Hardwiring gives you a really seamless, distraction-free look right behind your rearview mirror, and it guarantees your parking mode always has the power it needs. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder the next time you turn your key in the ignition. Knowing that staged crashes cost the industry hundreds of millions of pounds every single year, that passenger cars cause 80% of commercial accidents, and that losing your no-claims bonus could cost you heavily, ask yourself, can you really afford to drive without an indisputable eyewitness? Leaving your financial protection and pristine driving record up to pure chance is a risk that simply isn't worth taking anymore. Protect yourself, grab a dash cam, and drive safe.